Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2016 mid-month readings. I almost feel like I'm lisping when I say that, mid-month readings. I am using my beloved Gilded Tarot deck, and even though we are focusing more on the last half of June, although I'm actually recording this on the 8th, than the month entire, I'm still going to be using the same spread I typically do for the monthly generals, which is 8 cards. 2 cards for each week with an additional ninth card as your overall uh, energy and feeling over the reading. These are general readings, so they won't apply or resonate the same with everyone who watches because there's so many of you watching and you all come from such diverse and different backgrounds and stories. Some of you, this reading will resonate head on, and some of you, not at all. Don't forget to check your rising and your moon sign as well. I always check all three at the beginning of the month and for mid-months because I find that a lot of times my primary sun sign will be a little more predictive for me in matters of career and work and public life, whereas my rising sign I find often, although not always, but often resonates more predictably for me in matters of personal relationships and feelings, and my moon sign I get more predictive guidance regarding spiritual matters and uh, like deep-seated fears and feelings. So, for the most part. And also, some months and some readings, you may find that other readers, rather than the ones you normally follow, may hit the mark for you a little bit better. So, it's really just about you getting all the information you need at the end of the day. And some days, some weeks, and some months, it's going to be your regular readers, and some months and some readings, it's going to be somebody else. There's a lot of great YouTube readers out there. So, for those of you who include me in the group that you follow and watch, my thanks and appreciation for watching and listening and subscribing and commenting. Please keep the comments coming. You guys are so good at it. I love reading the comments, both the ones that you post directly on my YouTube videos and the ones that you sometimes send via email. I, of course, don't have the time to respond personally to each and every one of them, but I do read all of them. So please keep those coming. I enjoy them very much, and I appreciate your love and support and feedback. And also for those of you who always reach out for personal one-on-one readings, my thanks and appreciation for that as well, in the trust that you place in me to read and intuit the cards for you. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage, and that will give you a little more information and detail on myself, the services I offer, and my contact information. And you can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I do readings full time, so I'm pretty good at getting back with you very quickly and getting you a reading scheduled quite fast. Typically, the turnaround time is anywhere between 1 and 4 or 5 days, but almost always within the week. So if you're interested, I would be delighted to work with you. Send me an email and we'll go from there. So let's get right into this reading. This is for Aquarius for June 2016 mid-month. Aquarius, June 2016 mid-month. Lovely air sign of Aquarius, the water bearers. What does the remainder of June 2016 hold for my Aquarians? Aquarius, June 2016 mid-month. Okay. We begin with the Moon card, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, wow, 3 major arcana already, Aquarius, followed by the Eight of Swords, the Hierophant, followed by the Empress, and the Queen of Wands, followed by the Three of Wands. Oop, we had another card pop out with the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Interesting. I think I'm going to go with that. And energy from the bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. Overall energy and feelings over the remainder of June 2016, Aquarius, is the Four of Cups. Okay, let's just take a quick look, Aquarius, and see what comes through. There's a lot of major arcana cards, I can tell you right now. Out of an 8, well, 9 cards, including the crowning card, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. It looks like the last part of June, the last half of June, Of course, you may find this going throughout the month of June itself. Either some significant life shifts or life changes. I'm actually reading a lot of this as guidance and advice from the universe, some pretty strong messages here. But it does look like the fingers and the energy of the divine are going to be strongly with you for the remainder of June 2016, Aquarius. And I feel like for the majority of you following, the strongest energy I'm getting is that it is relationship oriented, but also career. For some of you, it's going to be a focus on career and kind of where you're going with the rest of your life. Okay, let's begin. So we find ourselves around the middle of June 2016, or I'm going to say because of when I'm recording this, around the last 3 weeks. We have the Moon, Major Arcana card, followed with the Wheel of Fortune, another Major Arcana card. So the moon can be kind of a tricky card. It can reveal and point the way to deeper wisdom. At the same time, it can also represent being in a complete and total place of confusion. It can represent it can represent things being hidden, things being cloudy, not exactly knowing which direction you need to go, the path being hidden from you, or feeling like the path is just not clear. This can also point to being on a path that's leading, that you sense is leading to a deeper sense of intuition, a deeper sense of knowledge and wisdom about something. It's a very spiritual card. It's a card of wisdom that goes way beyond the personal. But I think for the majority of you, particularly considering your crowning card, the energy over this reading, Aquarius, I'm actually going to touch on this first. Your crowning card is the Four of Cups. So this is kind of the general feeling and energy kind of over you for the last 2 or 3 weeks of June. Now, cups is governed by the element of water, so it's all about that watery, mercurial, fluid world of feelings and emotions. It can also represent love and relationships as well, how we relate to people in the world around us. And the Four of Cups is a card that can signify a sense of boredom, a sense of kind of laziness. What I'm actually really getting is just a sense of it's sort of boredom, but there's an underlying feeling of restlessness that seems to be accompanying it, as if you feel like you want to do something, but you're not exactly sure what, as if you're dissatisfied with the way things are going or with where your life is right now, even though I think for a lot of you, there's no clear springboard or significator from which that's springing, just a general feeling of lassitude, of restlessness. And I think for some of you, what I'm getting is that you're feeling pressured to. It's interesting. I don't normally get this feeling off of this card, but I'm feeling like there's at least some of you out there watching this video who are feeling pressured to make a commitment of some kind, that you're unsure of, a deeper commitment of some kind. To decide on a path and stick with it, kind of is the message that I'm getting. And it's interesting because we do have the Hierophant card in here as well. So this is your crowning energy, Aquarius. You can see on this card that this man is reclining against a tree, and there's these three goblets in the grass next to him. They're upright, they're full, they're beautiful. There's another beautiful goblet being offered to him from this hand out of the sky, almost as if it were kind of a divine gift or blessing or opportunity of some kind. But he doesn't appear particularly enthusiastic or excited either about what's sitting next to him, representing what's currently in your life, or in what's being offered to him currently right in front of him, which could represent some of you in the month of June 2016, at least for the last half. You may be, again, I feel like some of you are being asked or feeling pressured to make a decision about something, which represents a deeper commitment or choosing a specific path and sticking to it, almost as if somebody is telling you, okay, it's time to buckle down, or okay, where are we taking this relationship? You need to make a choice and kind of stick with it. And it's time to start thinking about the rest of your life. No judgment there. We all hit those points in our life where we either need to commit fully or deeper on the path that we're on or the choice that we make, or make a decision to explore a different path. So it feels like that general energy is, I'm supposed to do this, or I feel like I need to be doing this. I need to be thinking more about the future and planning on what I'm doing, but I'm just feeling kind of like you don't know, like it feels a little hidden from you, which is what this moon card also represents. It's what I feel the majority of you are going through in the remainder of June, Aquarius. Just a sense of not sure if the path in front of you is the one that you really want to commit to fully, or if the relationship that you're in, for some of you, this is going to represent a relationship that you're in that you feel either by your partner or by people around you, or just how much maybe time you've been together or been dating, that maybe it's time you're feeling whatever it is. And some of you, I think this is a career path too. You're feeling like either you need to do something that takes it further or that represents a deeper commitment to it, or explore another path. But it feels like around the second, um, the last 2 or 3 weeks of June, you don't want to. And there's a sense of uncertainty, not knowing if this is the right thing for you or not. Now, that moon card is paired with the Wheel of Fortune. This is an interesting combination and one that I rarely ever see. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is another major arcana card. It's in the upright position, which would indicate something happening that's unexpected, something happening that's out of the blue, and it's something positive, something beneficial. This could be anywhere from winning $5 on a lottery ticket to actually winning, the mega lottery. It typically represents a stroke of good luck, of good fortune. There's a sense of divine timing and divine orchestration. This is something you have no control over. It's major arcana card, and it feels like paired with the moon. It feels like first of all, Aquarius, I think that this mood that you find yourself in, or this kind of general feeling of I feel like I ought to, you're feeling kind of compelled to commit to something, make a deeper commitment or attach yourself to something, someone, a career path, etc. It's going to play out differently as it always does because there's so many of you watching. Um, I feel like you're actually exactly where you're supposed to be. That even though the place you're in might feel kind of uncertain and cloudy and maybe a little uncomfortable for those of you who are starting to feel a sense of pressure to do something about something, which represents making a deeper commitment, um, or making a decision, a definitive decision. I feel like paired with the Wheel of Fortune, you're actually right where you need to be, if that makes any sense to you at all. It's sometimes difficult to verbalize the feelings that come in. And I feel like this is going to be more of a leap of faith for you. Not a huge leap of faith, but I feel like this path that you're on, or that you're being asked to commit to, or feel like you need to commit to, there's a reason for it. And it's about leading to a deeper sense of a deeper understanding of whatever it is. If it's a relationship, it's a deeper understanding of that relationship, how the relationship works, perhaps of love itself. For some of you, I think this is about a career path you're on or exploring. For some of you, this is going to represent a spiritual path as well. It feels like paired with the Wheel of Fortune, you're actually on the right path, even though you're uncertain about it because it's not laid out so clearly. But you're on a path that somehow I feel is going to be very positive, very beneficial. It's going to turn out to be kind of a stroke of good luck, a Wheel of Fortune moment for you. It's all about divine timing and divine orchestration. And I feel quite strong that you should just relax and kind of go with it. This is a path that's going to be leading to something much deeper and quite beautiful for you. Not exactly sure where that came from. It's an unusual combination of cards, the moon and the Wheel of Fortune, and one I hardly ever see, and it's interesting what I'm kind of getting off of it. So whoever that resonates for, it must be for someone. Now, right next to that, we have another major arcana card, the Lovers, beautiful card, paired with the Eight of Swords. So for some of you, this whole moon feeling, Four of Cups energy, some of you are going to be feeling trapped within the situation, that you feel compelled or pressured, or you're being talked to about taking something to a different level, fully committing to something, making a definitive decision about something. I mean, this isn't going to resonate the same. Some of you, I think the majority of you, you're going to commit more to this path, or take this relationship or this career path or this spiritual path to a newer and deeper level. But some of you, are some of you, although I think it's a smaller portion of you, are feeling kind of trapped by it. You may not make that best decision, or you may not make you may not decide that that is the best decision for you because only you know at the end of the day. But I do feel like you're feeling trapped within a relationship or trapped within a career path, trapped within a union of some kind, or feeling quite strongly that you're trapped by this pressure to make a decision. We have this Lovers card, beautiful card. Now, I know that the Two of Cups is universally referred to as the soulmate card, the twin flame card. And I think of the Lovers also as something similar, but more serious because it's major arcana card and the Two of Cups is still a pip card. It's almost as if the Lovers card I sometimes feel is a soulmate card with a divine stamp of approval on it. But even if this doesn't resonate as a relationship reading, for some of you, it's going to be, again, career or spirituality path. The Lovers, at its most fundamental, represents a union, a beautiful, perfectly matched union between two people, two entities, a coming together, not a perfect relationship between two perfect people because no such thing exists. But we're talking about something that goes beyond just the physical and the chemical attraction between two people. We're talking about a job or a career path that's more than just, oh, it's really good in dollars and cents. It's about a meeting of the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit of being fulfilled and all the puzzle pieces kind of working together and having that union be kind of cradled and blessed by the energies of the divine, as this is a major arcana card. This card does also signify needing to make a choice, a very important choice or decision. In the early tarot decks, this was not even called the Lovers. This card was called the Choice, and it depicted a man standing in front of two women. And not that the decision necessarily needed to be about choosing between two people, but it was about a significant choice. And I feel like for a large portion of you, it's all about deciding on a path. Um, it's an important decision. We're not talking about, what you're going to have for breakfast or what clothes you're going to wear. We're talking about making a decision about a life path that's going to be quite defining for you. So this Lover's card is accompanied by the Eight of Swords, which is a card of feeling held hostage or feeling trapped within something. But it's also the Suit of Swords, and the Eight of Swords can be a rather illusionary card because swords is governed by the element of air. And it's all about that airy world of the cerebral realm. It's all about words and ideas, our thoughts, our perspectives, our mental outlook, our belief systems. It's all about what goes on up here. And the Eight of Swords can often be an illusionary card because it represents being at a place where you feel trapped. Trapped within, on the surface, it's like you feel trapped within a relationship, perhaps trapped on a career path, trapped on a spiritual path. But again, I feel like you're actually being trapped by this pressure to make a decision about it. Um, but the only one that's actually holding you there is you. That's what the Eight of Swords represents. You can see there's a woman in the middle of the Circle of Swords. She's like completely ringed in by them. However, the gaps between them are plenty wide enough that she could just easily walk through them. She's on her knees, which implies either a victim mentality or a feeling of helplessness. Of being very vulnerable. She's also chained. She has chains wrapped around her wrists, but they're not connected to anything, and nobody's actually on the other side of those chains. Nobody's holding them or controlling them or actually keeping her there. And there's also a blindfold, which represents a feeling of being stuck, of not being able to see. Again, it's a lower echo of this moon card feeling. The path being kind of unclear. I'm not quite sure what to do here, but I feel pressured. I feel trapped to make a decision to commit fully to something. Regardless of who put her in this circle, she's the only one keeping herself there. So it's kind of an illusionary card, Aquarius. Whatever it is that you're feeling either trapped by or pressured or trapped by this, again, I pressure to, whether it's internal pressure because perhaps you've been dating somebody for a while and you feel like, yeah, it's time to kind of move it to the next level, whatever that might mean for you. You've been actually with someone in a committed, established relationship for a while and you're feeling an internal pressure. Okay, maybe it's time, to talk about marriage or meet the parents or move in together, whatever taking it to the next level might mean for you. Or perhaps they're pressuring you about it or talking to you about it, or you're getting pressure from family or friends. For some of you on a career path, this is one perhaps that you have an opportunity in front of you to take it a little further or go after a promotion or receive more education on it or something, and you're just not sure. It would represent your kind of committing more fully to the path, and for some reason, you guys are just, I think a lot of you are just not sure. Do I really want to do this? Because if I take this step, it's going to kind of commit me fully. And it's about feeling kind of, the remainder of June looks like it's kind of about feeling kind of trapped within that. But again, illusionary card, in some respects, Aquarius. You can be the one to take the blindfold off, twist your wrist, let the chains fall off, stand up and walk out and through those Ring of Swords. It's, and I think it's just really about, where do you think you're going to find the most joy, the most fulfillment? Which path, if there's pressure, you're feeling pressure about committing more fully to a path that you're on, making a decision about something, ask yourself, if you do this 5 or 10 years down the road, can you still see yourself doing it? Can you still see yourself working on this career? Will you still find it joyful and fulfilling? On this spiritual path, too, ask yourself the same question. Certainly within a relationship, can I see myself with this person 5 or 10 years down the road? Is this something that your intuition tells you that you will get joy and fulfillment from, both in giving and receiving, however this resonates for you? Because that's really the kicker, Aquarius. It's about trusting your gut instincts, trusting your intuition, which is also another aspect of the moon, and the Empress, which you have as well. Um, at the end of the day, no matter who says what, it's about going within and really seeing where your happiness and joy lies, and only you can really know that fully. So, right next to the Lovers and the Eight of Swords, we have another very powerful major arcana combination. We have the Hierophant paired with the Empress. So the Hierophant is all about convention and tradition, walking the prescribed path, not stepping on the grass if there's a sign that says so. It can speak of organized religion, large institutions, corporations, belonging to a large group of people, sometimes sacrificing or compromising some of your individuality to be in it. But the blessing that it offers is the sense of belonging, and working with other people towards a common goal or under kind of a common umbrella. In love and relationships, for those of you for whom this will resonate as a relationship reading, the Hierophant can represent marriage, engagement, moving in together. It represents a deeper level of commitment, taking it to a deeper level of commitment, which of course is going to mean different things for different couples. But it's convention, tradition, commitments. This can also represent seeking advice as well. If there is someone in your life, someone in your sphere, or someone you know of that you would trust enough to seek advice from in terms of what decision do I make on this path, or what path do I take. The Hierophant can also represent seeking out somebody who kind of manifests these energies in your life for guidance, that you trust to give guidance and wisdom and feedback. Not necessarily that you would do everything they told you to do, but somebody who you feel who's wise, who has clarity and insight, and who would give a lot of good feedback in helping you make this decision on whether to commit more to this path or choose another path entirely. Now, the Hierophant is paired with the Empress, another major arcana card. Interesting couple, interesting combination, the Hierophant and the Empress. And in some ways, they kind of differ entirely, but in other ways, not so much. The Empress is uh, the Empress is all about fertility. For some of you, this decision may be about pregnancy, because the Empress does signify a certain amount of that. She's all about fertility, rebirth, pregnancy, the ground being ripe. So, for some of you, this is going to be, maybe talking and discussing about adding to your family. This may be a good time to get pregnant. Maybe some of you discover that you're pregnant, and that kind of brings up these feelings like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Am I going to be completely trapped by this? So forewarned is forearmed, as they say. Um, but it also represents the time being right for something. It also represents energies that are nurturing, caring, being in touch with nature. The Empress is a nurturer. She is all about making things grow. She's all about planting those seeds, putting the yeast in the dough and watching it proof and rise, watching, caring for the babies and watching them grow up to be adults. She's all about the energy that goes into nurturing after something's been created. She's about the energy that goes into nurturing it and feeding it, fertilizing it, caring for it, and watching and helping it grow to its absolute most beautiful manifestation of what it was intended to be. Very nurturing energy, very sensual as well. The Empress is the perfect blend. She's the traditional Earth Mother of the tarot. She's the perfect blend of the intuitive, spiritual, unseen energies, along with the earthly, sensual, material, tangible energies. She's that perfect blend of both, which makes her uh, uh, a beautiful sensualist in the best sense of the word. It's all about all of those beautiful energies. So paired with the Hierophant, what does this mean, Aquarius? Well, for some of you that are considering committing more fully to a path, choosing a path itself, taking something to a deeper level, fully committing deeper in a relationship, fully committing deeper on a career path, fully committing deeper on a path of spirituality, considering whether or not to begin building your family. For some of you, this combination is going to mean and resonate that the time is right to do this, that it's time to start setting down roots, which again is an element of both the Empress and the Hierophant too. A lot of loyalty, stability, roots going down deep. For some of you, this is going to mean that it is time to start putting roots down, to start planning and nurturing and building more for your future. That it's time to take the shoes off and call it home. For some of you who are feeling trapped within this path or this decision you need to make, part of what you struggle against is, this compulsion or people talking to you that it's time to commit, it's time to settle down. But I think for a lot of you, the message from the divine is that it is a good time to begin to put down roots, to start planning for and building for the future, and taking care of and nurturing and growing whatever it is that you're on. But of course, we live in a free will zone, no matter what the cards point to or what anybody else says, Aquarius. We live in a free will zone, and at the end of the day, only you know what's best for you, and only you can decide. But it does look like now is a good time for those of you considering taking something to another level, fully committing to a specific path, even though it may feel a little unsure and uncertain. I think the divine is strongly, strongly present with you the remainder of June, and it is saying, it's okay, go with the flow. This is a really good time to start building on and for your future, and it's all about expansion as well. Now, at or towards the end of June 2016, we have the Queen of Wands, followed by the Three of Wands. Now, an extra card popped out, and because it was the last two cards in the 8-card spread to represent the mid-month reading, not counting your crowning card, I'm going with it because it feels like it belongs here. Another card popped out for that last set, and that's the Knight of Wands as well. So we have the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands. It's all about putting it all into action. So the Queen of Wands first. Wands is a suit that's governed by fire and air. It's a very dynamic combination, very dynamic suit. The suit of Wands is all about change, movement, action, power. This is about the primitive, creative, enthusiastic, passionate desire. This is all about taking the idea that we already have and actually beginning to put the action behind it to manifest it. The suit of wands represents that manifesting energy, which is why it's so actively oriented. Creativity, passion, inspiration. The suit of wands can point to anything that represents change and building things, putting the action outward, active manifestation of it. You have a dream, you have a goal. The energy of the suit of wands is all about, okay, what do I do to actually make that a reality? And it's very passionate. It's full of fire. The suit of wands can also point to careers, which I think some of you, this reading is going to resonate in regards to a career path or a career choice. The suit of wands can also represent anything that has to do with artistic endeavors, creation, really, how to manifest it. So the Queen of Wands, queens and kings represent individuals or energies that have reached the mastery of their suit. They're at the top of their game. They've taken their life experience, and it's all about the culmination of all those beautiful energies of their suit. And this queen has reached the mastery of her suit, which is the suit of wands. So this is a very dynamic, action oriented individual. For some of you, this is going to resonate as at or towards the end of June 2016, you come to whatever decision you come to and you begin to take action on it. For some of you, this is going to resonate as divine guidance and advice that you need to manifest these energies of the Queen of Wands to put things into motion, especially those of you who are deciding, yes, I'm going to commit more fully or take something to a deeper, more foundational established level. It's all about, okay, how do I do that? How do I manifest this? Including career and spiritual paths as well. For some of you, this is going to resonate as an actual individual in your sphere who is helping you pull all of this together. And this could be a fire sign because it's a suit of wands, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This also could resonate as you because it's also an air element, which secondarily it could resonate as Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Could be you and another person. So the Queen of Wands, she's fiery, she's passionate, she's action oriented. She takes all of this, she makes a decision, and then she immediately begins to act on it. Okay, if I'm taking this relationship to the next level, how do I actually manifest that? She begins to put action behind it. If you're thinking of asking someone to marry you, you go and buy the ring, you have the conversation, you take them home to meet your parents. Career path, accepting the offer, accepting the promotion, going for more education and schooling, spirituality. For some of you, this is going to be about committing to a certain spiritual path or religious path. That's interesting. I just got convert in my head. Maybe some of you, a handful of you, are considering converting from one religion to another. That's kind of interesting. But this is all about manifesting whatever this is about. She's also very good at inspiring others, at getting other people kind of enthusiastic and on board to actually get the work done, get the job done as well. She's a very good leader, very charismatic. A lot of people look at her. She just has that kind of zing, that stage presence that draws people to her. Very inspiring person. She's sometimes not always the best at compromising and negotiating because the Queen of Wands has her own way of doing things, and she often thinks that is the best way to do it. But in the upright position, a real go-getter, full of fire. Now that is paired with the Three of Wands, a very positive card. Now, so the Suit of Wands is a very action change oriented suit, but out of all the cards in the Suit of Wands, the Three of Wands is the most passive card because it's more about a card of gestation and patience. But it's also a card that represents expansion and growth. It represents that whatever path you've walked in whatever this subject is, Aquarius, you've done pretty well. You've been pretty successful. You've done all the homework. And at or towards the end of June, you're it's a card of looking ahead and building on your future again, which is what the majority of the energy of this reading is about. It's about looking ahead and going, okay, is this path I'm on the one that I want to continue to be on? And if so, then I need to be more intentional about that and begin to manifest that more deeply, more fully, in a more committed sort of way, because this is about looking forward, planning for the future, and it looks to be a very beautiful, bright, and hopeful, positive future. And it's about putting all your energy into manifesting it, doing everything you can, and then trusting that the outcome is going to be good, because that's what this card signifies in the upright position. You can see he sent that ship off. He's done everything he could. He's planted, he's done everything, and now he's waiting to see what that ship is going to be bringing back. And I feel like it's actually going to be promoting more change. But again, at or towards the end of June 2016, Aquarius, it's all about manifesting. It feels like the majority of the time is spent kind of, do I, don't I? I feel kind of compelled, or I'm feeling pressured. I think a lot of you are going to make this decision to put your roots down, to commit more fully in a more intentional way to whatever this path is that's in front of you, this decision that's in front of you. Some of you are not, but it's still action oriented. For those of you that are deciding not to, or you're choosing a different path, it's still being intentional and putting action behind that, and not because that's what the energy of the Queen of Wands and this Knight of Wands that popped out with it too does. This is not about sitting in this energy of the moon card, or indeed of this Four of Cups, your crowning card, for very long. It's about, okay, I am going to do this, so how am I going to manifest it? Or I'm not going to do this, I'm going to choose a different path. Okay, how do I manifest this? It's about being clear, decisive, direct, knowing what you want, going for it, putting action, decisions, choices that will propel you towards that, because it's all about expansion and growth and planning for your future. It feels very exciting, Aquarius. Whatever this is about, I think, again, for the majority of you, it's either relationship or career oriented. A smaller portion of you, it's, again, I'm getting this conversion for religion, converting from one religion to another, which is interesting. And some of you, it's going to be about building and growing a family. Um, I don't know how action oriented you can be about that. You already know that. So, but again, it's about action and growing it too. This is about making the plan, coming up with a plan, and beginning to put action behind it. I'm surprised there's not a Page of Wands here either, because they're the conceiver of the ideas. And then the Knight takes this idea. He's the Knight of Wands with this Queen of Wands. Powerful combination. This Knight of Wands, this could be you and another person on this path, especially if it's a career venture or starting your own business. This Knight of Wands, the pages conceive the idea, they birth the idea, kind of like the Empress too. And then the knights, they hand it off to the knights, and the knights are the action-oriented ones. So the ones that go charging off and begin to put action, outward manifestation of making this idea into reality. And then the queens come along and they nurture it. They help fertilize it, nurture it, grow it, which is also what the Empress does here too. Very positive. Future, nurturing, growing, planning for it, putting action behind it. So it feels very exciting. So for those of you for whom this resonates, you'll have to let me know what it is, because I'm getting a little bit of a barrage about relationship, but a career as well, new ventures, new business, something like that. So however it plays out, let me know. So Aquarius, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it has brought you some wisdom and clarity and insight and not confused you too much. Um, I feel like you're going to get stuck a little bit in that I don't know what to do energy, but it looks like you pull through it, because the advice quite strongly is that the time is right for you to choose something. And that something affects your future. It's all about building and growing and nurturing and building for your future. So for those of you who are interested in a more personal one-on-one reading, which would of course be more specific and definitive for you, again, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage, and you can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I love doing personal readings, so I would be delighted to work with you on that. And I look forward to seeing you all in a few more weeks for the July 2016 general readings. I may be putting out another set of small readings towards the end of the month that are oriented towards business and finance. So keep an eye open for that. I hope to have the time to do that. So again, Aquarius, thank you so much for watching. And until I see you again, I wish you, as always, joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks for watching, Aquarius, and I'll see you soon. Bye.